expecting Keen to play something maybe a little bit more tanky, and that is what he's looking at right now, as the Scion will be considered. Man, this does mean that game number 2, Rumble and Gwen priority, is going to be out the wazoo. It's going to be absolutely insane.
Yep.
As the Scion will be locked in. Has all the pressure, and now Canyon, speaking of pressure, is coming down to look for a dive. Gumayusi does have his summoners available, but he may have to use them as the Valkyrie comes out. There's the barrier, as Duro holding onto the turret aggro, and he is a cannon. And so he can do it, as Carrier now so incredibly low, as Canyon just standing next to him. Gets out the steadfast presence as the flash forward. Duro will be able to tank that one up. No buckler death for him. And it's 2 kills here in the bottom lane already for GenG.
Duro just playing that one so perfectly. I feel like playing with T1 spot lane now. Dive coming top.
Yep, Keen could be in a little bit of trouble, and by could be, I mean, he definitely is. Flash out from Ona, that is going to keep him alive. Actually, no, didn't actually decide to go back, was just chilling underneath the turret. As the flash forward, looking to lock down the Nico, and Doran just punishes Duro for overstepping. Random toy car from the toys aisle.
And a chocolate bar, you know.
I'm not saying this out of experience, as we've got a bit of an engage. Great snare to come down from Duro, and another kill comes in for Ruler. Now Duro looking to lock down Carrier, but he's not going to find her. Gumayusi does flash away, but it's a double for the Kai'Sa. Doran trying to get in there as Canyon looking to fend him off. But Kaldameek not going to quite work out. The heroic charge does come through though, and Ruler will be locked down. Doran is very scary, but he just goes down. Chovy finds the angle, and it's another Tangle Barbs as the double comes in for Duro. It's kind of crazy though, because you can see Canyon moving over here, looking to try and lock down this Dragon. Could be double Dragon for T1 to start this one off, as the knockup does come through, but they're not going to be able to get here. That's going to be a Chemtech Soul, which teams are in him. As it turns out. Is okay, we've got a cease and desist here. Gumayusi is going to agree. He will stop. As Canyon, he may as well. And a teleport in from Doran as well, so that is going to mean that it's T1 favored. Great little pick off there, and good answer from T1.
And I think I just saw Surmountable turn up there.
Yeah, he certainly did.
Bit of an overstep from GenG. Only 2 members committing to the play. The response comes in, Guma doing a good job to turn around the damage to get Canyon, and then Ona making the crack call. Knew the tower hit would kill the enemy jungler. Chases down Ruler with the help of Doran, and now we'll be able to pick up the Rift Herald. And this is actually feats of strength for T1. So despite the gold lead,
As Canyon and Chovy looking a little worse for wear. This isn't going to be the tower falling down immediately, and Keen looking to try and get some pressure down. Let's see whether he can find an angle as he slows down Doran, but they just turn onto this Scion. GenG not able to protect him, and Keen has to flash to get himself out of the way. Blooming Burst not quite doing enough here as Chovy walks
and look
into
at the,
the river here. They've got so much vision of this area as they look for it. Doran underneath the turret, but maybe it's a bridge too far still. They managed to lock that turret down and trade for their enacted cease and desist, and they just mow them down. Keen not going to quite find the window here as another Tangle Barbs comes in, and Owner is also dead. It's a triple.
That was their objective in that. They were like, we want to take the turret. Doran goes zone them off. If we can get some kills, great. But the main focus was taking the turret there. And GenG were just absolutely laser focused on we can just wipe them, especially with how strong Ruler was. And I think T1 just kind of disrespected GenG in the moment.
Yep.
And was
yeah. Or protect GenG from Bro, basically, is how that one generally goes. And understandably so. They've been as Owner is off to the side. This Otacon down to 50%. It's taking so much damage, man. If Ruler decides, things just go down. But Doran has found a flank angle, and Owner gets himself in there. It looks like they're not interested in the Otacon. A cease and desist will connect. Fully charged Q onto Doran, and he is going to be the first one to go down. Pop Blossom to deal with Carrier, and they do manage to do it. It's just front to back here for GenG as Ruler goes in, looking for the last few shots. The supercharger comes down for Gumayusi. He outplays it. Duro now in trouble as Otacon is looking to finish him off as Keen. Can he get over this wall to lock him down? And he has the flash. And Gumayusi, not many ways out here. Faker has actually taken out Chovy off to the side, and he gets the Otacon! All of the pedals going their way, and now they have the DPS. Keen, he's just a tank!
Such a clutch play from Faker and Guma, this duo, keeping the hopes of the team. TP'd in at low HP to Otacon, just killed Chovy, took the neutral, and was like, see you guys.
On the Rift. Looks like Keen is going to try and punish him for it, but he's not going to be able to do so. Not a lot of follow-up in the area.
Yeah, Dragon spawning up, so teams are starting to set up around this and pull a little bit away from the Baron. do see Chovy looking on this flank angle.
Yeah, Carrier is going to get spotted here by GenG as Kane moving in, wanting to find the angle. Chovy throws down between worlds. There's the Void Seeker connecting for Ruler as he gets dove on by the Renekton. Pop Blossom does nothing at all, and now Canyon's in trouble. Void Seeker is going to connect. There is the knock-up, and Ruler is over the wall. He takes down Gumayusi, goes golden to keep himself alive as Carrier's trying to be a hero. But it is going to work. They do get Ruler. And now it's Chovy needing to kill Faker in this game, because if they don't, he might be able to just win this one by himself. He wants to take the Aurora, but the Orb doesn't have the range. Ona wants to get in there. There is the stasis to avoid Keen, but he's so extremely tanky. And Chovy's not going to risk it this time around. Ona just audaciously charging this Brambleback. And yes, Keen is kind of immortal against these champions as Chovy's making his way back, and that is T1's Q-Day.
Moving into an area they don't have vision on the back of the fact that they don't have flash on their carries.
And it is Soul Point. They have started off this Baron as Duro not going to get stunned. As there's the knock-up coming on through. Duro gets over the wall, but I don't think he's necessarily in safety just yet. That Tangle Barbs may have helped out as Doran looking to get in there. The Pop Blossom, though, is going to hold him up in the air, and Duro will survive. That was some very cheeky Nicoing, and that means that the Baron is going to get stopped as now Canyon, he's the one in trouble, and Gumayusi does a lot of damage. Cease and desist will not be acquiesced at this point in time. And there goes the jungler, and the Baron's up.
Yeah, so big pick to get Canyon down. They want to set up for this Baron, but Doran is low, and they're still cautious about the potential for a fight. They're now looking for more.
Yep, Mega Cone does get Ona in there as between worlds goes Chovy. Knock-up is going to come on through for Keen, but he is still melting here against T1. He does find some knock-ups, but doesn't get the Q. Void Seeker going to come on down here as Ruler. I don't think he wants to fight this. The Zombie Scion will be taken down, and T1 keep everyone alive, and this should mean Baron.
Yeah, the fact they got Chovy's ult as well, a big tool down. The poke is coming in from Ruler. Remember, he has the reset in his W every time it lands.
Yep, Chovy's still up as well, as there is Doran setting up that Dominus. He's had a beeline towards Ruler every single time, but this health bar is just getting softened up. The Baron's likely to go down, but can they get themselves out? And the answer is absolutely yes. And T1 highway robbery here, as they have now reduced that gold lead to 1,000, which means approximately 0.
Yeah, beautifully played there from T1. The pick on a Duro not quite working out.
And so GenG will not have any of these turrets fall just yet, but on this push, it should be this one going down as Canyon looks for an angle. Doesn't quite get over the wall, but there is between this push. It should be this one going down as Canyon looks for an angle. Doesn't quite get over the wall, but there is
this mid-tier 2 without the Aurora ult. Feels like a lot of pressure, not able to be there.
Yep.
Form. And I think I'm looking really at Duro on this Nico. If he can find a big Pop Blossom, that can be
getting real large. As Chovy on that angle, Canyon moves into the pit, I think unseen there, as now Doran dives on top of Chovy. Can he actually get himself out? He goes between the worlds, but the Krug Lord has him exactly where he wants him, and the Dragon goes over to T1. Keen is looking to go down here as well, as no redemption for the Scion, and T1 finding the angles in the late game.
Such a great read from Doran. Chovy trying to be annoying on this side, harassing, looking to find an angle on the Aurora. Immediately Doran pounces, pins him down, chases him with the help from the Krugs to take out Chovy.
Why would he go to his natural habitat?
He doesn't know. He gets the lair bonus there, and now
he did.
5v3. T1 just looking to end.
Yep, Carrier looking to get into position here. That is definitely this inhibitor going down. Let's see how much more that they can collect. As there is no Baron, they can deal with the wave theoretically, but there's a lot of low-range members on GenG. And T1 will have front row seat to this. Here's the engage as Ruler dives in, immediately does go golden and does flash away. Can he stay alive? That's the question. The answer is no! Owner is able to lock him down as Canyon gets into that backline, but it's not going to be enough. And T1 they were losing the entire game until they weren't, as Keen is going to show up, looking to try and deal with this wave as best he can. They might be able to do it here for now, but that's another Zombie Scion. And Doran running amok in this fight as well. This one may not necessarily be completely over just yet, but I think the writing is on the wall as T1 phenomenal performance late in this game. Duro and Chovy trying to get this one done. Out goes Chovy. No between worlds for you. And Gumayusi just needs a few shots on this Nexus. Chovy not going to be able to finish him off. And there it is, T1 with a Game 1 win.
And done in such a team.
Not being serious just yet. Let's see what he does decide to lock in. Can be, of course, the Nautilus, which does work out relatively well. But instead, Renata will be locked in.
Okay, so... I mean, this is a thing we talked about, right? The melee topside, the short-range composition, one of the potential type. They are healthy.
They're healthy, but so is this wave. As Extendo Beam does come on through, let's see what Duro can do to keep Ruler alive. As he does Ghost, but that is not going to help him at all. Down will go Carrier, though. And so that is something back.
I think it's just hooves as well, right?
They're not hooves, though.
Are they not?
I don't think so. As Ruler may just kill Doran here as he flashes and picks it up. On top of me every single moment in the last game. Can I have one back? Maybe there's some generosity there. As Keen, not going to be treated with very much generosity here towards the bottom side of the map. I say that. Doran is going down so incredibly low as Ona gets in there, tries to put him in the kennel as the ward goes down, and Doran is able to help him burn that one out. Canyon says, "This is my dragon. Please leave it alone." And they will say yes.
Yep. Gonna have to back away in that situation with Ona that low. It's so...
No flash available here for this particular Gwen, as Duro is utilizing that Hex Flash, and they will be able to find Guma here. He does have the bailout, but I just don't know whether that's going to be proccing as Ruler looking for more. It is another kill. That's a huge deal, and I have confidence.
Flash.
You're exactly right.
Unfortunate. Oh no.
Well, some needlework going to come on through here as Carrier, not going to find the hostile takeover because Keen just walks over it. Now he's looking for Gumayusi, who's not going to have any way out of this one. Duro just pulls him in with the Magnet Storm, and now...
Same. I feel like I once knew that, and then it's been removed in return for like the AP ratios on Ziggs Q.
Oh, got a little bit of a stun here onto Ona, who does have to flash away. Hostile takeover is only going to connect onto the Pantheon, but he's kind of okay with it as the heroic charge comes down. Bailout will actually activate, but not too much more. As oh goodness, if it wasn't certified before, it certainly is now. Yeah, Wolf was on to something.
Significant this time, though.
I would say so. It did feel pretty significant last time, but the results certainly were not. This is another result of some situations that were happening elsewhere as the teleport brings Faker in, but he doesn't really want to be here. Still, Carrier and Ona are going to turn up, and I don't think Keen is quite as immune as he really wants to be. As the bailout is down onto Ona, and down goes the Gwen. That is going to be
kind of catch up XP, but
yeah,
it is.
It's going to be first turret going over to T1.
Massive lead.
That is going to be a big deal. That will be able to close that gap just a little bit, but it is still 2.5k. Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, Gumayusi is going to get magnetized, and Ruler going to zap him a few times. Does actually invest the flash, just to make sure that he's not going to get closed in on, as Owner has found him. And if he gets into Rune Prison range, this could be dangerous for Ruler, who's trying to kite this one out, but it's not going to work. And it's going to be the Rumble that locks down the shutdown.
And gets that 652 gold shutdown, so Faker get him pretty
as far
strong.
as you could launch them.
Launch cards.
Yeah, that was actually the only thing I thought that it was.
You ever play Roller Coaster Tycoon? The name of Chovy, he's going to make his way over there.
Yeah, immediate teleport going to come on through here from both the Rumble and the Galio as Keen possibly going to get flanked here as Faker does come on over, but he has Carrier in tow. We do have the heroic entrance coming down. The equalizer does basically nothing, unfortunately. And Chovy's able to tank this one up. T1 using so many resources, and they have to realm warp themselves out. But Duro just catches them in the magnet. Handshake is decent, but it just brings Ruler closer. So the T1 will melt. Another Penta will be denied. That edge that goes really, really far, possibly never-ending. That has now been completed as Ona wanting to steal this one away. He does get stunned up, though, and then just put into the blender. Down goes Gumayusi first. The other con is secured by Ruler somehow, as Carrier trying to get himself out, but he just gets crashed into by this Rel. And now skating over the wall, Jet Set Radio Future here for Ruler. And he will be able to just zap down Faker. There's the pentakill! Zero reaction at all. I guess maybe he's playing Zeri, so he's like, maybe it doesn't count. As Keen is going. He's also got the upgraded shoes. Chovy going to look for Ona here. Does manage to land the taunt, but Ruler not going to go too aggressive. Keen is, though, as in comes the Galio as well. Lands a nice double knock-off as the bailout is there, but it buys a few seconds maybe. And GenG are just going to pile in and destroy. Ruler looking to skate on over and just one taps the rest of Doran's health bar. And GenG, I think they're done having fun in this game. They're going to look towards game number 3 to try and close this one out. T1 will be back on the blue side though once again. I'm just glad that we get the full series between these two titans here in the LCK. Remember, stakes still massive for T1. They will have that first pick advantage, given the player that we're seeing on our screen. And they will lock that one in. So GenG going for the Rise Group special, understanding where the culture lies and respecting it here with the Rakan Wukong. Exactly. Having to deal with both at the same time is the important part, as Chovy is going to get licked momentarily. Deathray comes on through, and Owner is coming in. Yep, no flash available for Chovy, so he's just going to get impaled. With the follow, so 2 come through for GenG. The last one was secured on the side of GenG. Chovy as well, his health bar relatively low. Slurkle going to connect. Duro gets in there with the quickness, finds quite a few, and down goes the Tom Kench to start us off. Flash out from Owner, trying to keep himself alive as he's going to have to drive his way out of this one, but he will not be allowed to. Ruler delivered that kill. Gumayushi going down on the side, and GenG just wiped them out and then start back on the Dragon.
And I think T1 opting into a fight that wasn't really necessary here.
Oh dear.
Oh no. The Keen's TP in or just let this go? I think the call is just let it go.
Yeah, Faker actually TPing to the top lane to grab the minions that were there. I think I like seeing it all filled in. Yeah. We never get to see it all filled in.
But I think T1 making the right decisions to slow the pace down.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise waiting for him on the top side. Wanders back to this lane now, as let's see whether this dive is going to work out. Chovy's going to get that unfortunate news that there is a Skarner in the area, but Duro's made his way over, does interrupt Owner as well, as he does drive on through, but the tower is going to fall.
T1 bot tower, sorry, he's going to die.
The top tower is also kind of a breath away from dead, like a stiff breeze would be able to take it down. So,
but I think the position the game was in, we could have definitely seen a scenario where GenG just take all 3 out of towers and T1 get nothing. So
one that knows that Jins can be disappointing, it's me. The rest of worlds, I think that here. Which did work out in our favor, okay, I might add, as Ruler gonna get slurkled up. That keeps him in the ghoulie wall and forces the flash. Okay, and Faker, his ultimate is just a circle. Doesn't actually do any slowing. Yeah. Keen is a raid boss, and he is gonna go all out, brings in the Yorick, and where did he go? He might be inside a Slurkle right now, but that's in the death chamber. We cannot see it, as Chovy finding a nice double stun here, as well as Owner looks to come through, but he's delivered by the Kazante, and down goes the Scun. Oh god, it is a bloodbath as GenG just mow them down. The Otacon going to be taken as well, as Faker, the last man standing, and there is nothing that he can do. He can throw out to his enemy team, yeah.
And then Dura comes in with the ult to clean up. I mean, just some excellent play right now from GenG, and oh, Doran.
Oh dear. Doran's health bar looked large, but Chovy makes it much smaller. As another Q will do it, and down he will go. Doran has the Wurkle.
The Wurkle?
Because it's a wall circle.
Oh, okay.
So it's the Wurkle.
The Wurkle.
Yeah, so that's all.
I think I prefer Ghoulie Wall.
I mean, Ghoulie Wall is way better, but technically if you were going to do it, Owner with him, Warrior Trixie does bring Canyon over, as that is going to be the red buff secured. There's the Impale as well, but Chovy will turn up. Owner having to flash away. The curtains have been called. Owner is able to, oh, never mind. The last shot going to come through.
Just trying to get people out, run away, disengage from the situation. Oh no.
Oh dear. Yeah, he's going to get closed in on. His health bar disappears in the blink of an eye, as the flash forward from Keen, looking for an angle, still wanting to find more, even though there is a Inara and a turret there. But Gumayushi just not really doing the damage.
Remember when we thought this was going to be like a tooth and nail 3-gamer, and it's just been 2 stomps?
Well, I have teeth and nails, okay? So technically, well, you know how they ban...
He's taking a nap. I like it.
Do you remember when GenG banned Ball? They managed to kill Ball.
Oh, Tibbers is gonna kill him?
Oh.
I want to know.
Well, we're not going to see it, as Doran in a rough spot.
Just keep running, Doran.
Well, that is Canyon getting slowed down there, so not going to be able to quite close in on the Yorick.
There's no Krugs there. I think Canyon might have killed them. How dare he?
Oh my, no wonder Doran was fighting him, but he did have to flash away. Canyon still has his flash available as Ona now going to get slowed down, and catching Duro was never going to be an easy one.
Okay, we're flanking.
Yeah, Duran Ruler possibly in trouble. Let's see how the Ghoulie Wall is going to connect as the Morning Mist is going to miss. So, Morning Mist, it missed.
Yeah. Also, Ghoulie Wall not very effective against Rakan.
Oh, that's that 50 gold that we were talking about as well as Duro. That's a little bit frightening as they do this particular inner turret. Still, they want to try by the looks of things. Deadly Flourish going to go a little bit wide as the Maiden getting amongst it. Gumushi doing his best with that Q. Some more local value, but still the inner turret will fall down. Keen just walks up, pulls in the Maiden, and with the smallest gold advantage, is still doing so much damage in this game. As, yeah, see, there, for example, Ona was a tank, by the way, guys, and now he is dead.
He just got deleted completely. They're going to kill the Maiden now?
Oh, no, there's no recourse. As now Chovy having to deal with the Arcane Storm. Faker able to take him down, asserting his dominance against his opposite number, but still the result is going to be a dead inhibitor in this mid lane. And I think this is just confirmation that Chovy is out goes Duro. Canyon, oh, this flank angle, they do get vision, but it's just a little too late. Still Gumushi's able to flash his way up, but Canyon still so healthy. There's the flash forward, and Chovy says good night to the top lane of T1. The Unara tried, but T1 are now all on the floor. That is going to be the game win from GenG, and it is back-to-back massacres here in games 2 and 3. As GenG really wanting to put an end to this regular season that feels good, and man, they are going to be one heck of a raid boss moving into playoffs.